We've talked about the concept of neutrality in our examination of the fifth. There's a note we can incorporate into our bass lines which is even more neutral in color, and this note is the octave, the same note as the root, only 12 steps higher. If we take the note middle C here, an octave higher would be this C, and the C an octave lower would be this C. Since the octave is simply the same note as the root, just an octave higher, it can be incorporated into your bass line as a way to add some variety without any additional harmonic color. Take a listen here to some octaves. The musical example for this video is a funky disco type track, and the use of octaves is characteristic to this style of music. Disco bass lines make heavy use of the root and octave pattern in a variety of different rhythms. Take a listen to this example of the bass line playing a pattern of quarter notes alternating between root and octave. To contrast, take a listen to the bass playing the root in the same octave. The alternating root-octave bass line creates more of a sense of motion than the simple root bass line. Think of the octave as a note that can always be added to your bass line when you want to fill in some space to keep the momentum going without adding any additional harmonic color. More characteristic of this disco style, though, is when the bass plays a pattern of eighth notes using root and octave. Similar to the boogie-woogie type of piano bass line, which often incorporated the root and octave, the disco root-eighth bass line tends to be centered around the eighth note subdivision. Here's the root and octave played as eighth notes, keeping that basic disco pulse going. To create variations on this bass line, we can incorporate both quarter notes playing the root with eighth notes playing the root and octave. This will allow us to create different pulses in the music, and at the same time create some nice variation here and there to keep it interesting. Here's an example of one way you might do that.